Hey, welcome to my tutorial on retro LC buttons you can purchase as a add-on through touchportal.com, touch-portal.com. And this is the best little program I've ever seen for working with your iPad or your device or whatever you have. I have an iPad. If we look at our screen right here, I have my iPad lit up over here in QuickTime. It's small right now, but we'll check that out later on. But it shows the progress of my Touch Portal button making, and we'll see it on the iPad live. Up here in the right corner is just a little something from Touch Portal that they made for the button sale, and shows off all the buttons. So we're going to try to make something similar to that today. Let's get started here. First off, we're going to go into my retro LC buttons. I'll put that on my iPad here, and you can see the button configuration I have. I'm going to pull this over here and make it a little bit bigger. You can see my buttons, torpedoes, and cam effects. Anything I touch is a little bit wiggly. And you have a date down below. You make that wiggle, Touch Portal, open OBS, or go back home. The only button that's actually working on that right now. But that's what I've made so far, and now I'm going to make a tutorial just to help you get through this. It's a little tricky, but once you get it, it's not a problem. So let's just make this smaller again. And put this over here. Perfect. Okay, so let's get into this. Right now we're going to make a new page. So we can start from scratch. We're going to call this Retro LC Tutorial. Okay, we start off with the basic 2 rows of 4 buttons. We're going to make that into 11, and we're going to make this into 10. We're going to use maximum efficiency. You have lots of little buttons around, but those little buttons will become bigger buttons in a sec here. Let's go back to main as just my return page, so we'll get rid of that later on and add it to one of our other buttons. Start off here at the top. Right click on that. No. Click on there. There we go. And we're going to make this 3 buttons long and 2 deep. And we're going to go into the graphics, and we're going to ask for the LC graphics upgrade. Okay. And we want to get the LC connector corner. This is what everybody has a problem with, I'm sure, but once you get to know how this corner works, it's no problem. As you can see, it's already swiveling from one row to another row. And I do believe 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So that'd be 6 buttons that it's actually using right now. Okay, we're going to go down to the bottom here. We're going to say we want this to be on the down, and we want it on the right side. So it's in our corner. And I do believe we want two columns and 1. You can see there'd be 2 buttons on this side and 1 button up here. That's how we're going to connect it. As you can tell, we have a nice little corner. One more time, graphic upgrade, and we want to put a little color on it. There's button number 1. Now what we're going to do in here is we're going to make this 2 buttons wide, and graphics, and LC, okay, and we're going to go for an LC block. And we're going to color it. And back to the button settings. Let's call this button 1. That's my favorite little font right now. And I like to do about 20. And, oh, we want to color it. There we go. Got button number 1. We're going to copy this button and paste this button. Paste. 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 You have 2 rows for the next corner. Go up here and copy button and paste it. Click into the parameters. And we want this on the on the top side. There we go. There's our first little connections here. We're going to take this. That's very interesting. Oh, we could have the 11 there. Should be 10 by 10, but still gave me a lot of extra room there. This didn't happen last time. Interesting. Okay, I'm also noticing that this isn't matching up here. It's because we don't have our maximum button space on our grid setting checked off. Now look how nice that is. Oh yeah, it's looking fabulous. Now, on our little demonstration here on the top that they've made, it looks like they've consumed 4 buttons. 1, 2, 3, 4. So up here to the top. Let's just go copy button, and we'll paste button. We don't need phaser in there. And where that phaser come from? I typed it in. I stopped the video for a second, so don't be confused. There we go. And that's 2 buttons right now. We want 4. There we go. 4 across the top, and then we have this thing that says touch portal. So we're going to put a 2 button in there. I'll open that up. 2 buttons across. Touch portal. There we go. We've got touch portal in there. And at the end here we have a bullet. So we go here to LC graphics. So click here. And we want the open bullet. And we would like to have some color. Save. There. Our first row is done. It's all different colors right now, but colors, I leave that to the end all the time. Okay, the next one is going to be this, looks like 3 buttons and then 1 button. We're going to start here. And this looks like it has a corner and a curve on it. So we're going to go into here, LC graphics. And we want 1 round corner. And that's even the right angle for it, so that's great. Put some color to it. Save. And that's 3 buttons long. And we have another button right here. Copy button. Paste button. Click. 1 button. So we get that. Now we have the connector corner. Excuse me. We go back to bottom. LC, okay. Connector corner. This time we want it the other way around. But why do this over and over again and try to figure out which direction you have when you have perfectly colored and stuff right here? So we want to go copy button and paste button. Oops. That wasn't very good. Paste. Paste button. There we go. Click on that. Go to the bottom. And we want it from the right to the left. There we go. Click. And we're ready for some more buttons over here. Copy button. Paste button. Paste button. There we go there. Just to see what we're doing on our iPad, just to see, as you can tell, it's not doing very much right now because we're still on that other piece right now. So I'm going to put that on the side here for a second because I don't have a connector page to my tutorial page here on my main page. So we'll go to my main page, click on here. Oh darn. Yeah, so copy, cancel, paste, and we're going to, there they are, okay, tutorial, save. Okay, so we're back here. Let's bring in my iPad again. And click on this home button up here in the corner. Take me back to home. Push the tutorial button. And that's what we have so far. Doesn't look great, but when we refresh it, there we go. Everything comes in. It's the way we make it. Looks really good. Fabulous so far. Let's make this smaller again. And put that to the side. And now we're going to go back here. Cancel. On the bottom here we have the time. And it has a two spotter. So 2 buttons. We'll make 2 buttons out of that. On this one, we like to go into LC Graphics. Okay. And we're going to ask, not a double line, but 1 line. And we want that line on the left. We like that color to be our color. Let's go 1 extra just to make it lighter. And make it 5. Maybe we do need a double because, no, we want this to be a single. I know why I did that. We're going to put the word time in here. And make our font. And only 1 button. Even though it's 2, we're just put the word time there. And we're going to put another button here. We're going to upgrade. LC single line. This time we want it on the right. And we want our color. And make it 5. Click. Okay, that looks pretty good. And now we want to update a button. Update. Dynamic text updater. Here's our time. Click. We're going to have a button over here, so we're going to copy this button and paste this button. Let's take the word button out. And then we have the date in here. I think we only want to make that 1 button. There, that gives me a little bit extra room. We have 2 here for the date. So let's go in here, make 2 buttons. We're gonna make this 1 full thing. So this time, we're gonna go into upgrades and we're gonna use a double line. You want horizontal. You want our color a little lighter, and our size 5 on both sides. And here we'd like to have dynamic text updater, and we'd like to put the date in long format. Correct. Button settings. And we'd like to have 20. And we'd like to have that in this color. Click. Okay, we got our time and our date in there. It looks like we have to make another bullet. Let's make a bullet right here. Same as that one. So why make another one? Copy, paste. So much easier. And we will make a copy and paste. Okay, so that's all working there. Now, let's go back to my iPad. To make sure everything is working. And if I refresh my iPad, there comes the date and the time. And maybe we want to take that time and align it that side. So let's just make this a little smaller again. Put it on the side. Here. You want to bounce up there. Click. You can tell the time's a little bit closer now. There we go. Nice. Fabulous. So now that you have this sort of interface right now, you can actually turn any of these into any type of button you want. Here I had some circles. Basically, you want to copy that. Close that. The wrong one. This one. Graphic upgrade. LC. Yes. And we want the dot. And we want the big one. And we want a color. And that button you can actually put some text. Yeah. We want that a little bit bigger, and we want our font. 20. And we'd like to have this in charcoal. There. And there you go. I think that's a pretty good overlay of what's going to happen here. And right here, we're going to open up our iPad and do a little quick refresh. And that's what it looks like. Look at all those beautiful buttons. You click them all. You make the corners into buttons. You may have your little, that turn into a button and do a script. All these are different buttons here. And right here, usually I have my go to home button right there. Anyways, that looks pretty good, I think. What happened to my home button? Let's do that right now before I forget. I think I made this 11. Yeah, I did. Bring that in. There we go. My grid is 10 by 10. That's the way I like it. So on this one, we want the script. This one, we want to steal the script from. So we copy. Oh. Paste. And there we go. These all made now. I push my home button. I go back home. Go back to there. And go back to my page again. If you have any comments or questions, please don't hesitate in putting that into the comment section, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Have a good day.